The club are one step away from the Premier League after beating Middlesbrough in the semi-final of the Championship playoffs. It sparked scenes of mass jubilation, a pitch invasion and 40,000 fans dreaming of a return to the top flight. Watch the video above to delve straight into the heart of the Holte End in the moments of sheer joy as Villa's promotion dream edged closer. More Aston Villa news. Aston Villa were relishing the prospect of another trip to Wembley after seeing off Middlesbrough over 2 legs with a goalless draw at Villa Park on Tuesday evening. The Claret and Blues are now preparing to meet with Fulham in the playoff final on Saturday week for the final coveted spot in next season's Premier League, and the sizable pot of money that goes with it. The Villa faithful, of whom more than 40,000 were in attendance at B6 on Tuesday, revelled in the victory over the course of the tie and were quick to point out certain individuals for their displays. There were mentions for James Bree, who filled the void at right back, and Conor Aurihane. The two names that cropped up more than most, though, were Alan Hutton and Mile Jedinak. The former reinvented himself at left back and shut off the threat of Adama Traore, while the latter scored the decisive goal and remained the calm head and midfielder over the 180 minutes. Many supporters also criticized those who invaded the pitch to join in the celebrations with the players after the final whistle. This is how Steve Bruce summed up Aston Villa booking their place at Wembley. Below is a flavour of the fan reaction from Tuesday's win. Paul Munnelly only watched the last half hour. The man is a beast. Liam Reedy, Alan Hutton is such a hero. Keeps perhaps the most dangerous player in the league quiet for 2 games. Big shout to Conor Aurihane and Robert Snodgrass for their massive efforts tonight too. Daspo's, massive shame the fans spoilt it running on, kind of ruined the celebrations, but we're off to Wembley so let's be happy. UTV Alexander XW, massive shout to Jedinak and Hutton. 2 big performances from both in each playoff game. Warren Free, Alan Hutton deserves a contract no matter what happens. That man was immense those 2 games. That man must bleed claret and blue. Especially what he endured a few years ago. Greg Whitehouse, call me boring, dour, negative, pessimistic etc. but we haven't won anything yet with the most expensive assembled championship squad ever, so there is hardly anything to shout about. Anything less than promotion is a failure this season. A sad day for Aston Villa ends on a high note as Wembley awaits SD Villain. Yet again Hutton and Jedinak were outstanding. The left side would have been nice to applaud the players for their efforts tonight. Shame the few ruined it. In 8 years Alan Hutton's gone from the bomb squad to one of the most loved Villa players. Ben Hutton handled Adama. Let's hope he can handle Sessegnon. Cormac Joyce thought Jedinak was incredible tonight. What a win. Lee Bickerton, Jedinak was superb tonight, won everything in the air and some great tackles too. Special mentions to Hutton and Aurihane too. Same, the pitch invasion robbed us of the chance to celebrate with the players. Mr. P. Jedi man of the tie. Hutton did well. Bree settled into the game. Conor selfless today. CBs did. Jack Albert and Snoddy all in and out of the game, but did what they had to. Grab and fed off scraps but worked hard. Mike Dean, well, less said the better. Pulis admission. Tony Pulis has conceded that justice was done after Aston Villa dumped his Middlesbrough side out of the race for promotion. A first-leg goal from Mile Jedinak at the Riverside was enough to send Steve Bruce's Claret and Blues to Wembley following a stalemate second leg at Villa Park. And Pulis admits the 2 teams who will contest the final at Wembley a week on Saturday, Fulham and Aston Villa, are worthy finalists, having finished 3rd and 4th respectively. Pulis said, "Over the two games I think there's been periods where we've been on top and dominant, and in those periods we've not created the opportunities and the chances to win games. People will say over the two legs it's a set piece that's been the difference between us." Fighting over Hutton. Fair play to Fulham and Aston Villa. It was a night of few chances, with both teams reluctant to show their hand until the clock ticked past 70 minutes. Boro's best opportunity came at the death as confusion in the Villa defence allowed Adama Traoré to lob an effort towards goal which Sam Johnston handled outside his area. The goalkeeper was booked by referee Mike Dean and Stuart Downing's resulting free kick slammed against the crossbar. Pulis, though, reckons Johnston should have been dismissed for his misdemeanor. "You write what you want to write," he said. "I think it's a disappointing decision from one of our top officials.